I'm outside of Bardstown, Kentucky. There's a bourbon everywhere, but it's pretty neat. And I know you can't really see very far away on this camera, but the Dollar General. Can you guys make that out? It's set up different than most. It kind of looks like a distillery.
Continue on Highway 243 south for half a mile.
Half a mile, it says. Look at that cool store. What a cool storefront. Is that it?
No.
Standing here in front of this store just outside of Gravel Switch, Kentucky, and this is Penn's store. Super awesome. We got we're being greeted by some dogs here. It's okay. I think he's afraid of this. Oh yeah, good doggies. Yeah. Wow, this is cool. Very cool. What a neat place.
A lot of people said that about my mom.
Yeah, the Annie Hall, you know, the
Exactly. To 1850, the store was operated by the Spraggins family. We've been told that prior to 1845, this store was operated by a Cook family. We don't know this for sure. My grandmother didn't know this, but we had a couple of ladies that came in from Illinois that were doing genealogy research that had found evidence of a family by the name of Cook, C-O-O-K-E, that had operated the store prior to 1845. And my grandmother said that there was a Cook family that lived in the vicinity during that time frame.
Yeah.
She did know that.
Yeah.
So that's all we know.
So this store.
So we really don't know how old the store is.
Yeah,
we
but
just know for sure since 1845.
And
as the story goes, the Spraggins family had a child die from pneumonia. Of course, back then, pneumonia, if you contracted it, was fatal.
Yeah.
And they were so distraught over the loss of the child that they decided to leave the area. And they were friends with the Penns, who at that time had come in. They had come in. 3 brothers had come in from Patrick County, Virginia, and they were descendants of William Penn of Pennsylvania. And one had settled in the Mansville area, and their descendants have Penn's Country Ham, which is a famous country ham.
Right.
Another had settled in the Lexington, Paris area, and their descendants have got big into horses and tobacco. and then the other brother settled in the Lincoln County area, which I'm still trying to track down exactly where in Lincoln County. Of course, back then there were
Yeah.
very few counties in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So, but the Spraggins and the Penns were friends, and they were all business people. And at that time, I guess Gabriel thought this was a good business opportunity. And really, at that time, this was a growing community, and
Yeah.
so he decided, hey, yeah, I'll give this a whirl. So in 1850, he took over the store, and then his son, Martin Wilson, he became the first doctor here, and he actually had, when you come up on the porch, you see this door that comes into the business side, and the door just adjacent to it over here went into the post office side. There was a post office here, which it was here first before it was in Gravel Switch.
Okay.
And the postmark here was Rollings, Kentucky, Rollings.
Okay.
And that was also the doctor's office, his doctor's office. And he also practiced dentistry, and he also had his own apothecary, therefore the display here.
Yeah.
He also was a land surveyor, and he has his own land surveying business here.
Damn, this is awesome.
He also, I found out recently, was a news reporter, and he would report the news of this area to area newspapers. And I've been able to get articles from the 1800s in area newspapers that he provided for this area, for the Rollings area.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Then his son, David Martin, my great-grandfather, also then became the postmaster and also the operator of the store as well. And of course they also had about a 500-acre farm here, because back then they did what they would carry people. They would carry people on the books because money was sort of tight back then. It was sort of a
carry meaning house people. What do you mean carry?
Carry people on credit.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So people would come in and they would what they call set things down. They might carry somebody for 6 months or a year, because they wouldn't have money, and they only would get money when they would sell their crops or they would sell their livestock at the market, and then they would come in and settle up their accounts. But in the meantime, the store had to continue to have, the shelves would be stocked, and
an
they would
early
have
credit system.
Yeah. So therefore, that's where the farm came in. So
because they acquired land that people didn't pay. Maybe?
No, they had the farm here, and then they themselves would grow things that they would sell, and then with the money that they sold themselves, then they would be able to stock the store.
Gotcha. Yeah. I wonder if you know what happens if you don't pay up on your tab.
Well, a lot of people used to talk about how the store almost operated like a bank.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I'm getting that idea. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. The store over the years lost a lot of money.
Did it?
Yeah, because it was, everyone knew everyone.
Yeah. It's hard when all your friends come around. Yeah.
That's it.
No, I get
Folks
it.
You
want to help everybody out, and you got a kind heart, and
the Penns. I can remember my grandmother talking about how a lot of folks would take in children if someone needed some place to stay.
Yeah.
You never turned anyone away.
Yeah.
It was different then than it is now. There were big families back then, and sometimes people maybe didn't have enough money or food to feed everyone, and if someone else was having a better year than a certain family, then
would help out.
They would say they would help out. They would help out.
People were a lot kinder back then.
They were, and you didn't worry about You didn't worry about, well, you got to have a paper to say that you can, that this child can stay here or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone trusts. There was greater trust.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think people were truer. People's hearts were truer. There's too much chaos and dust in the air for everybody anymore. I mean, there's just too much cloudiness, too much to cloud.
It's funny. I can remember my grandmother too talking about how everyone. Well, the community had different characters. You know, you had the community
drunk,
you had a community thief, but everyone knew everyone, and
I'm the community pot smoker.
But everyone was accepted.
Yeah.
It's you accept someone's, and if someone needed something, even though you knew that, well, maybe they've got this limitation.
Yeah.
If they needed something, they needed help, you didn't turn your back on them.
Yeah. We can work around this somewhere.
Yeah.
We can get it figured out.
We can figure it out.
Yep. That's a whole lot better mentality than what you see today. Man, I tell you. What a place. You guys, this is Appalachian history at its finest. I really love this type of stuff. Look at this. So, here you go. Look at this privy here. Look at that latch. Yeah. Right on. It's a real privy. I won't show you down there, but that's really happening. That's really happening. Ha! Attention, do not throw toilet paper products in the outhouse, please. Wow. Pretty cool.